evening, everyone. We are pleased to bring you together today for this 30-minute webinar sharing best practices to harness the power of your data application to generate instant big data reporting and dashboards. We will come back to the current state of data management with the different data application, how this management could be improved, and how to simplify basically the data workflow with Qlik, Tableau, Power BI, MicroStrategy, and others. And finally, a live demo, instant analytics with 3 data applications on 17 billion rows. To start this webinar, I'm pleased to introduce you to Nicolas Korchia, co-founder and Chief Operation Officer at Indexima. Hello, Nicolas.
Hello, Laetitia. Thank you for this intro. In our series of webinars on data and its use, I suggest today to focus our thoughts on analytics applications. Indeed, we often talk about data management, data preparation, and big data. But in fact, the topic that groups us all in is how we use this data, with what tools and what it requires as workload in our organization. Let's take a closer look at what is going on in your business when you are doing BI on your data. Let's take a very common case. You accumulate data and try to learn from it with MicroStrategy. The MicroStrategy platform is very powerful and allows you to analyze your data by opening endless possibilities. For this, in most cases, you will load your data in memory to get the best performance. This absorption of data will initially require to be able to host the data on the MicroStrategy infrastructure. In addition, it is very likely that to best absorb the data on your platform, you optimize it by preparing it and aggregating intermediate results. You then need to initiate development to prepare the optimized model. This is what we all do in our businesses. Prepare the data and edit it in memory on the rendering tool platform. Okay, but what happens if you also want to use that same data for a second business unit in your organization? And this business unit is on Tableau. Well, you are going to copy the data again in the platform, in the Tableau platform. Then begin a second time the necessary developments to the data upload in an optimized model. You will need a Tableau platform able to host the data that's built with expensive hardware. Of course, if a third business unit in your company wants to use Qlik instead, you will redo the same thing again and again and again. Data visualization tools change, names change, but the applied model does not change. You find yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Your data is multiplied, copied 3 times in 3 different environments and formats. Your processes are heavy. You transform 3 times your data, the same data, for 3 different teams. Your 3 data visualization platforms become greedy in resources. Of course, every template change will require the same job as many times as you have different BI tools. Not to mention scaling. How do you manage the raise of your data? Will your data visualization platforms all be scalable horizontally to allow more rows to be absorbed? I can already answer that no. Yes, but what to do? Ideally, you should change this model and centralize your data in a hub platform between your data sources and your data visualization applications in order to factorize the hardware, mutualize changes and optimizations, establish a true horizontal scalability, allow a quick switch from one rendering tool to another. In short, despecialize the value chain of your data by making it independent of the tool you use to do the rendering. And you know what? This is exactly what the Indexima platform provides. Indexima is this platform, this data hub, which makes it possible to centralize the access to your data in an agnostic way, whatever the source of data, whatever the rendering tool. Your data no longer to be adapted to data visualization tools. Your data no longer need to be hosted on data visualization platforms in memory, and your data can grow, and Indexima will know how to use it regardless of volumes. Access to your data will be fast, very fast, even on billions or tens of billions of lines. Yes. Okay, let's project in a real case. Let's look at a demo. Imagine that you are a logistic expert and that you have millions of delivery a day to manage. Data is your daily life. In all the business units of your company, you have questions about the deliveries, the turnover that they report, and their quality. Your data are these lines that represent parcels that are transported between a point A to a point B. You have 17 billion deliveries in your database. We will see how to use the data easily in different data visualization tools in an agile way without preparing it for a business line or another, without duplicating it for each rendering tool with amazing performances. Let's go live demo. As part of the demo, I will use several tools of data viz, but also show you an interface of Indexima, an administrative console that tracks the activity on the cluster, auditing the different actions. This is what we call monitor. Here, there is an Indexima cluster at this address. So, we will use the same data for 3 different business units. Let's start with the business unit in charge of operations. They use Tableau software. They want to analyze the evolution of delivery over time according to their delivery method. Let's open Tableau. We will connect Tableau to Indexima. On the same cluster that you can see behind. As we get connected, you can see blue activity on the cluster. It means that my Tableau software on my laptop is connected to the Indexima cluster on Amazon. Now that we are connected, let's answer to the questions of this team. So we'll check deliveries, and there are many, but how many deliveries? Remember, there is one line by delivery in the data source. So let's just count the number of lines. Here it is. 17 billion lines. It means 17 billions of deliveries. There are many. Let's have a look at the evolution over time of these deliveries. I pick up the date and make it much more human readable. Each time I interact in Tableau, you can see queries below on my monitor. And if you have a look at the queries, it means select month, sum of one, year from my table, join my other table, group by month and year. Each time, these queries run on 17 billion lines in a few milliseconds, 66 milliseconds to answer to the question of the evolution of deliveries by times on 17 billions of lines. It's really huge. It's amazing how fast it is. Let's go on. Let's continue to build the application for the operational business unit. They wanted to know the device of the delivery man. Okay, let's just go on the drag and drop. Here is the device. Okay, devices are from different devices families. Acer, Apple, Samsung, BlackBerry, and so on. Then I will mix both views and make an application that meets their needs. I take evolutions, I take devices, and I connect the two sheets. Now, when I will click on a device family, the evolution of deliveries will be filtered by the device family I've just clicked. Let's use Apple. Okay, as you can see, evolution of deliveries with Apple device have this kind of shape. I can click on any of user devices. Each time I ask the question to this database with billions, with 17 billion lines. And each time you can see that it's really fast. 80 millis, 100 millis, 100 millis, 83 millis, and so on. In a few clicks, without copying the data in Tableau, without waiting several minutes for each interaction, I created a BI application in self-service on 17 billion lines for my business unit in charge of operation. Now, let's talk about the second business unit of your organization, the sales team. What interests them are the sales, the turnover reported by these billions of deliveries according to their point of departure. So let's use MicroStrategy. I get connect. Okay. Should I upload a model dedicated to them, stored in memory on the MicroStrategy platform? Well, no, it's not necessary. I just have to connect in a simple way to Indexima. I use a command driver included in MicroStrategy platform, and I connect to the same data sources as before. I connect my report my dossier to this table, which contains all the delivery data, one line by delivery, without preparation. Similarly, I will make a small application. I slip the revenue. As you can see, my MicroStrategy platform is also directly connected to Indexima. And you can see that there is a new user. It's no more demo Tableau, but it's port MSTR. It means partner MicroStrategy. And for each interaction inside Indexima, there will have query on 17 billion rows inside the same database. Let's make it a bit more human readable. And here you can see the revenue. They want to see the revenue split by countries. Okay, let's use a country. And make it a map. Just have to click here and here, and you can see my deliveries on a map, and you can see the revenue of deliveries by country. In fact, they want to see trends, so let's add a trend visualization with the same kind of break and the same metric, revenue, and we want to see the trend by year. Okay, and now we will make this as a filter. Just click on target, it's here, apply. Right now, my sales team can make comparison between different countries. Here it's Germany and Italy and Poland, and they can see the revenue for these three countries, and they can see the evolution of this revenue by year. It's on the same data. It's a different tool, so it's different SQL queries, but you can see that it's the same response time. It's really, really fast to answer to that kind of queries in a few millis on 17 billion rows. So we have just built a second application in another data visualization tool, MicroStrategy, very simply, without having to adapt the data to the second tool. Now, let's talk about the third team. That asks you information about these deliveries. Yeah, there is a third team. This team is the top management who wants to simplify, who wants a simple application to understand, showing a mix of information previously requested. This team is not expert in business intelligence. They use simpler tools like Power BI or Qlik or Looker. No problem. We can also connect all those tools on restitution on Indexima without any preparation either. Let's open one of them. Here is Power BI, Microsoft Power BI, and you will see that each time I interact on this dashboard, there is queries made on Indexima with a new user. It's demo Power BI, new kind of SQL queries on the same data with the same kind of response time. The data is not stored in memory at Microsoft. The data are centralized in Indexima, which deals with responding with record time to each question you ask. Thus, we have just answered the question of 3 different entities with 3 different uses in 3 different rendering tools: Tableau, Power BI, and MicroStrategy. All use one and the same source of data, Indexima. All benefited from the power of the centralized engine with response time to the millisecond in a BI self-service use on 20 billion lines. This data has not been prepared. No aggregation. We have a data line by delivery. No specialization. At any time before the use, the data has been arranged to be used by a rendering or another. There is no specialization. And there is no duplication. Used in Power BI, Tableau, and MicroStrategy, this data remained on the Indexima cluster without having to be moved as many times as the restitution tools. Indexima is this data hub that simplifies and accelerates your data analytic applications on your data sources, whatever the application and whatever the data sources. Indexima is this platform, simple, very high performances, milliseconds on billions of lines, AI powered. The data hub adapt is aggregation and its use to your usage, and secured. Indexima hosts and centralizes all your data for all business applications.
Thank you so much, Nicolas. So as we've seen, Indexima allows companies to instantly access all their data. Indexima currently supports companies, including the leaders in the banking, insurance, IoT, media, or retail sectors. The whole team remains at your disposal for any further information. Have a great day, everyone, and see you soon. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.